What do you think all the cultures that you visited would love most if they got to visit us in 2016 for the Olympics?
I think that they would be impressed as to how friendly Americans are. The rest of the world thinks of us as more of a cliche than we even think of them. And I think that's saying a lot.
Really?
And so I think they'd be really, really impressed with the open arms and the welcome that we have. And we saw it in Atlanta. We saw it in Los Angeles.
Don't you think it would actually be magnified in Chicago, in the heart of the Midwest?
Of course it would be. I get to come here every couple of months since it's right in my own backyard, so to speak. I'm so impressed with the dynamics of the culture of the city. And I think the world is flattening. And I think a lot of people who live outside of the United States see us as one sticky, white, oversized, couch-driven culture, and that's not true at all. And Chicago's one of the most vibrant, exciting cities, not just in this country, but in the world.
And one of the most diverse, as you say.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, look at all the different ethnic populations. Everyone thinks, it's a bunch of Eastern Europeans and pasty Americans, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
As a food expert, and literally a global food expert, what do you think about our food culture in Chicago?
I wrote an article for a magazine in the Midwest 3 years ago, and I said that Chicago has earned the right to call itself arguably America's greatest food city.
And I think you're a testament to understanding one's culture really requires you to visit their culinary scene.
It's the easiest way to learn about it.
So you've made the world salivate. They're all going to love coming here. But what do you think, as Chicagoans and just Americans, we have to gain by inviting the world into our home?
I think that what we would be able to learn is, and I think it happens with any international event, and you see it all the time every time you watch the Olympics in another country, all the conversation, it's why I do what I do around eating, because when you share a meal with somebody else, all the conversation about our differences stops. And I know that sounds really airy-fairy and really sort of highfalutin and philosophical, but it's absolutely true. All you do is you end up talking about how good the chicken feet are, or how good the egg rolls are, or the latkes. And when everybody is sitting there, cheek to jowl, elbow to elbow, watching a swimming event or a decathlon or rowing. I mean, how many people in this country ever watch rowing except in the Olympics and they're glued to it? And it's because all the other conversation stops. You're just watching the true spirit of sport. It's a leveler. It puts us all on the same plane. And you get to see teeny little countries like Gabon, compete with, the People's Republic of China on a national stage, global stage. It's impressive.
How important would that be for America right now to have that sort of platform to welcome all of that sort of interaction?
And I think it's important for us to invite the rest of the world here to see how inclusive we are. The fact of the matter is that a lot of the places in the world see us as something that we're not. And I think, bring them here, let them see what America's all about.
What game do you need to experience firsthand?
Oh my gosh. I got to tell you, I sort of gave it away before.
And let me just say, water on one side, Chicago skyline on the other.
The rowing events would be spectacular. I mean, I just happen to love that because I've sculled a couple times and I can't even sit in the boat without it toppling over.
Really?
Yeah, so the 2-man and 4-man team, I just absolutely go nuts for that kind of stuff. Gymnastics, soccer, beach volleyball. Oh, ping pong. Dude, come on. In China, the ping pong stuff, the women's ping pong with that lady from South Korea that was crying and sweating and you couldn't tell which, I love.
And if you do your show in Chicago in 2016, what sort of food are you going to have to showcase? Because do we have bizarre food here? Or?
Anywhere you invite me. All the stuff in your restaurants. See you later.
Thank you.
Chicago.